Learning English is a journey full of challenges and surprises, and one of the most important aspects of this process is the willingness to make mistakes. Many people believe that making mistakes is a sign of incompetence or lack of preparation, but in reality, mistakes are what help build a solid foundation for fluency. When you allow yourself to make mistakes, you open up endless possibilities to learn and improve your communication skills. Accepting mistakes as part of the process frees you from internal pressure that often hinders progress. This freedom to fail turns learning into a dynamic and enriching experience, where every mistake is an opportunity to reflect, correct, and grow. Welcome to another video. Today, we'll talk about why making mistakes is essential when acquiring a new language and how you can make the most of them to improve. Please leave a like on this video and comment your thoughts. This helps the project reach more people who need this valuable knowledge. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. Thank you. Let's get started. First, it's crucial to understand that making mistakes is a natural part of learning. From the first steps of childhood, when a child learns to speak, mistakes are inevitable and essential. Similarly, when learning English, the path is paved with attempts, successes, and, inevitably, failures. Every time you make a mistake, your brain registers that something can be improved. This correction mechanism is one of the pillars of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself and learn from new experiences. So, when you encounter an error and turn it into a learning experience, you strengthen your neural connections and develop a deeper understanding of the language. Additionally, mistakes help you pinpoint the areas that need more attention. Imagine you keep using a grammar structure incorrectly or struggle with certain pronunciations. These errors serve as warning signs, showing you where to focus your efforts and study. By recognizing these weak points, you can direct your learning more strategically, dedicating time and practice to problem areas. This constant self-evaluation is a game changer for those who want to progress consistently, as it allows continuous adaptation to the challenges that arise along the way. Another important argument is that making mistakes contributes to resilience and self-confidence. When you put yourself out there and try to communicate, even knowing you might make mistakes, you're exercising courage and persistence. This mindset not only improves your English proficiency but also strengthens your character in general. The ability to pick yourself up after a mistake, learn from it, and keep going is a valuable skill, not just in language learning but in all aspects of life. Every mistake overcome turns into a small victory, and these accumulated victories create a sense of progress and achievement. It's also essential to consider the positive impact of mistakes on memory and knowledge retention. When you make a mistake and later review the correct form, the contrast between the error and the solution reinforces the information in your memory. This process, often unintentional, is a powerful tool for long-term learning. For instance, if you try to construct a sentence and realize the structure is incorrect, the effort to correct it helps you absorb the grammar rule more effectively. This kind of active learning, where mistakes trigger revision and correction, is far more effective than simply memorizing rules without hands-on experience. Another key factor is the learning environment and culture. In many contexts, the fear of making mistakes is reinforced by overly punitive education systems or by cultures that value perfection over effort. However, supportive and understanding environments encourage students to take risks, practice, and ultimately improve in a more natural way. When you are part of a group that values experimentation and sees mistakes as a normal part of the process, the pressure to be perfect decreases significantly. This supportive atmosphere is crucial for making learning more fluid and stress-free. Consistent practice, without fear of judgment, is another determining factor. In everyday situations, like casual conversations, interactions on social media, or even watching movies and series, you have the chance to absorb the language naturally. When you allow yourself to make mistakes in these contexts, you not only expand your vocabulary and improve pronunciation but also gain the confidence needed for effective communication. Talking to native speakers, even briefly, can be extremely enriching, as small mistakes are often corrected in a friendly way, contributing to your development. This real-world interaction reinforces that mistakes are not something to be ashamed of but rather a fundamental step in learning. Practical experience, combined with reflection on mistakes, also stimulates creativity. When you face a language barrier, you need to find alternative ways to express yourself. This search for different ways to communicate an idea can lead to the development of new strategies and linguistic resources. For example, if you don't know the exact word for an object or feeling, you might use descriptions or synonyms. This creative process expands your linguistic repertoire and makes your communication more flexible. The ability to overcome limitations and turn a mistake into an innovative solution is one of the greatest benefits of adopting an open mindset toward failure. Interestingly, most language teachers and experts support the idea that making mistakes is crucial for progress. They emphasize that learning a new language should not be an exercise in harsh self-criticism but rather a gradual process where every mistake is celebrated as part of the journey to fluency. Many modern teaching methods, such as the communicative approach, prioritize interaction and practice over the immediate correction of every error. This philosophy encourages students to take risks, speak without fear, and develop the confidence that ultimately leads to natural mastery of the language. Moreover, making mistakes and seeking correction helps you develop self-evaluation skills and constructive self-criticism. The ability to recognize your own weaknesses and work to improve them is essential, not just for learning English but for any self-improvement process. By reflecting on mistakes, you become more aware of your limitations while also learning to appreciate every small step forward. This mindset of continuous self-improvement is what separates those who achieve fluency from those who remain stagnant. When you adopt this mentality, you start seeing mistakes not as failures but as stepping stones that bring you closer to your goals. Another crucial factor is patience and persistence. Learning a new language takes time, and mistakes are inevitable along the way. Instead of getting frustrated with them, it's important to approach them with patience, understanding that every mistake is an investment in your future fluency. The persistence to keep trying, even when facing difficulties, is what ultimately leads to mastery. Every attempt, no matter how imperfect, contributes to building a stronger and more lasting knowledge base. Finally, mistakes can also serve as an example for other learners. When you share your struggles and the mistakes you've made, you encourage others to do the same. This exchange of experiences creates a support network where everyone benefits from each other's insights. Seeing that others make mistakes and overcome them can reduce anxiety and fear of failure. This sense of belonging and mutual understanding makes the learning process lighter and more motivating, reinforcing that mistakes are a natural part of growth. In short, making mistakes while learning English is not just inevitable, it's essential for your progress. Every mistake carries a valuable lesson and brings you one step closer to fluency. When you embrace the possibility of making mistakes, you free yourself from the fear that holds back practice and experimentation. Congratulations on making it this far. This shows how committed you are to improving. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos, leave a like, and share your personal experience learning English in the comments. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.